Who are they and what do they do? An actor, by definition, is a person who is willing and able, which means who wants to and who can physically and mentally authentically play a role in any type of movie, TV show, scenario, theater production, anything like that. And authenticity is when you aren't being phony baloney, as Matthew Schwader-Harbor says, who's our theater professor here on campus. You have a real emotion tied to whatever action you're playing. How an actor becomes an actor is they audition, they get cast, they rehearse, they perform, and then they repeat. We actually have a performance coming up on Thursday if you guys want to come see it. Some things that we do, we memorize lines and blocking, which is what we say and what we do on stage. We also determine all of our GOATs, which is our goals, our objectives, our targets, our expectations. Anything that we want to happen in the scene, we have to rehearse. You also train every part of your body, mind, voice, and reactions, and that's acting. So how does somebody become an actor? They just do. Acting isn't one size fits all. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of possibilities that you can have as an actor. You can be a patient in some sort of hospital situation in an intern program where you are Jane Doe, who's age 26 with kidney stones, and you go in and you tell them all of your symptoms, and you just, like you go to a hospital, you just pretend that you're a patient or act like you're a patient. You can also do role-playing jobs, which is the same thing as the patient job, just in a mock trial situation, at a Ren Fest, anything like that. You go in and you are a different character, which is what you do in normal acting anyway. You can also be an audiobook reader, you can do voice acting, you can be an author, a musician, anything like that. And so some things that work well as an actor is that you are intuitive, you're emotional, you're vulnerable, you're organized, you're success-driven, and you're eager to improve, along with everything else on this list. When it comes to the business side of acting, I'm going to go ahead and let Angela, Nigel, and G all take care of that.
In the United States, the demand for acting are the directors and producers. Actors are hired because we want entertainment. This is very important because in the market, we have a lot of supply, but not enough roles for all the supply. Anyone can be an actor if they qualify for the role. Figure 1 shows how the labor market should be on acting. Like I said earlier, the demand are the directors and the producers, and the supply are the actors themselves. So having the right amount of roles for the actors should have an equilibrium. Better opportunities for people that want to become actors. But in reality, the demand for actors is lower, and we see that in Figure 2. The market for actors is D2, which affects the price of demand in the quantity demanded. Because the demand is lower, the price and the quantity decreases. It's harder for people that want to become actors to actually be and recognize actors. In this labor market, directors and producers regularly don't hire new people because they want the most famous and valuable people on their films. This lowers the chances for young actors to become successful.
Let's get it. Supply of actors. There's a tremendous supply of actors, and there's so many actors out here in the field, and the number of actors in a particular area can vary widely depending on factors such as size of the population, the level of interest in the performing arts, and availability of jobs in the industry. In some areas with a thriving entertainment industry, such as Los Angeles or New York City, there may be tens of thousands of actors working in the area at any given moment. However, in smaller cities or regions with less demand for acting talent, the number of actors may be much smaller. It's also worth noting that not all actors may be actively working or pursuing acting jobs at any given time. Many actors work in other jobs or pursue other projects while waiting for their next acting opportunity, so the number of actors actively seeking work in the area may be lower than the total number of actors living in that area. What part of the supply is actually qualified, 100% qualified, top of the line to be an actor? Qualifications from becoming an actor typically involve formal training in acting, such as attending an acting school or program, as well as experience in acting to performances in plays or student films. Some actors may also have additional skills or training in areas such as singing or dancing, but that's not always the case. Some actors never made an acting in life, but they fit the description of what the director or the producer wants, and they can become them into actor. Like, for example, with Euphoria, what's his name? The white guy, he never acted a day in his life, but he became an actor. It is every situation is different, every qualification is different. But if you want to be top of the line qualified for acting, you would want to be in acting school, or a stunt performing school, something like that, or have some background experience. Right here. The income and outcome of the actor market can vary widely depending on several factors, such as an actor's level of experience, their popularity, and the type of work they're pursuing. According to Bureau of Labor Statistics, the median hourly wage for actors in the United States was $20.43 in May 2020, with the highest earners making over $100 per hour. However, it's important to note that the job market for actors can be highly competitive, with many actors struggling to find consistent work or earn a livable wage. The outcome of the actor market can also depend on broader economic factors, such as the demand for film and television productions or the availability of funding for theater productions. Overall, becoming a successful actor requires a combination of talent, training, experience, and persistence in pursuing opportunities and building relationships with the industry. So all in all, as long as there's people that want production in movies, there's going to be a supply of actors, and if no one want to watch a show, want to watch a movie, then no one will want to act. It won't be no supply of actors.
So in today's world, we're affected by supply, demand, and market outcomes in various ways. When the demand for their services is high and the supply of available actors is low, actors may be able to negotiate higher pay and better working conditions. On the other hand, when there is oversupply of actors or a decrease in demand for their services, actors may face difficulty finding work and may be forced to accept lower pay or less desirable roles. The overall market outcome also plays a significant role in determining the success of individual actors and the entertainment industry as a whole. As you can see from the previous slides, next show this. So actor jobs over time, starting in 2012 was 26,000, and it dropped all the way down to about 10,000. Fast forwarding to 2021, that's just jobs. But now the pay is higher because there are less workers, and the demand for actors are at an all-time high. So beginning in 2008, the actor's pay was $36,000, which is very low compared to today's market. And 2023, the pay for actors is $53,000.
Actors in today's world.